This simple bookbinding technique is a perfect zine format for your little personal projects, whether it's painting, drawing, or poetry, or simply just a notebook. Also, it's great for kids to be introduced to bookbinding. Here are the materials we need: A4 paper, some colorful cotton, a scissor or utility knife, a ruler, and a stapler. Okay, let's have a look at how it's made. So we start by taking your A4 paper and fold it on the middle. Maybe you have text or drawings in there already. If you do, make sure to fold the paper with motifs facing outwards, because this is the way the papers will be stapled together in the end. So I have a little frog drawing here, and I make sure to fold it so that the frog faces outwards towards me. Give it a nice squeeze here. I take another piece here. The more pieces of paper you have, the longer your book will be, but it also depends on the size of your stapler. If your stapler is not the biggest in the world, then I suggest you use around 4 to 5 A4 pages. If you have a larger one, you can, of course, experiment with how many pages you can have in your little zine. Next up, we will create our colorful spine, which will hold the pages together. You cut out a piece of carton, which has to be 21 centimeters long, which is equal to the length of an A5 piece of paper, and then you want to make it 3 centimeters broad. If you're wondering why my piece of carton here is so narrow, it's just because it's a piece of scrap carton I had lying around. There you go, 21 centimeters long and 3 centimeters broad. Now I will fold the carton on the middle on the horizontal side. Maybe you can use a ruler here, or if you're that fancy, you can maybe use a bone folder if you have one of those. So now we just want to add our spine using the stapling machine. Just first off, make sure that your pages are aligned the way we want them to, so that the so-called closed pages will be the ones that you flip through, while the loose pages here are the ones that will be surrounded by our spine. This is how you can see it's done. I simply spine around the pages. Make sure it's aligned, and then you just give them some punches with your stapler. Here I punch 3 times with the stapler. You can of course choose to staple it a few more times if you want to. And there we go, a nice little format of a sign which you can use for many purposes. And I think it looks very colorful and festive. Thank you guys so much for watching along. Till next time, have fun drawing.